Okay, everyone, today we have Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome to Eye of the East Coast.
Thank you. I am very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
I sure can. My name is Rhonda Chaikin, and I am an intuitive and spiritual healer for people and animals, and also a conscious channel for the Divine Mother. And I'm an innate clairsentient, clairaudient, and clairvoyant, so I work intuitively and spiritually and energetically with both people and animals. And also channel, as I said, I am a conscious channel for the Divine Mother, who comes in at appropriate times with the sessions. I work exclusively via telephone or the internet. I don't work in person. And I can help individuals with any issue that they may have in their life, including people and animals. It doesn't really matter what that issue is. I will look at it energetically, emotionally, karmically, see what's going on behind the scenes, so to speak, what's creating the situation from that standpoint. The one thing I do want to point out, and in particular with animals, I do not diagnose, and I don't prescribe, and I would never in a million years say that I can guarantee I can heal you. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. My real expertise and my focus is in what is going on, what's creating the situation emotionally, energetically, karmically, and to help people navigate that and heal, but also to help people navigate their own spiritual evolutionary journey home, as they're ascending. And that includes animals, because they are also on their own little ascension journey as well, not just us little humans. Mm-hmm. So it covers the gamut, and as one who has been on her own spiritual evolutionary journey since 1987, I certainly know the road very well, and the ups and downs and goods and bads and everything. So I have tremendous empathy and compassion and understanding.
How did you start your journey?
It started in the late 1980s when it became clear through events that were happening in my life then. They went belly up. I mean, it was just at work. I was a computer consultant. I was a successful computer consultant. And work just came to an absolute screeching halt. And I knew something was amiss. And started meditating at an ashram, a local ashram, and my innate intuitive gifts started coming out more and more and more. And the journey began then and evolved over the years. And finally, about in 2002, it really became clear to me that I was to take the innate intuitive abilities and knowing that I was using to work with myself on my journey, that I was to offer that to people and animals to help them on their particular journey as well. So I don't remember exactly. It just evolved very naturally, but it took some time, and then things started falling into place in 2002, 2003.
How did you get involved in the ashram?
I had a very dear friend who told me she was going through her own upheaval, and she said, you ought to go to, it's City Yoga. I don't know if you've heard of Guru Mai, but no. She is the head guru. She's out of South Salzburg in New York. And it's located not too far from where I lived at the time. And my friend just said, they've got a meditation room there. Why don't you just go and see, and just sit down and see how it feels? I mean, she's highly intuitive herself, so we both knew that she was giving me a suggestion that really was in alignment with what I was supposed to do, and sure enough, it was. And I spent a lot of time in that meditation room, meditating. I'm a natural meditator, I found out. Didn't know that, but I found that out. Just went straight into meditation. And when I'm in meditation like that, I can become even more intuitive and telepathic than normal. And so I was able to see a lot of what was going on with me and to see a lot of past life situations and experiences that were there to be healed, and how they were affecting me in this lifetime.
For our listeners, what would you suggest to them if they want to become more like a natural meditator?
If they want to become more, you said more of a natural meditator?
Yeah, like how you said it.
Oh dear, I have to be honest with you. Everybody's different, and not everybody is a natural meditator. And because I've been asked this question so many times, and I honestly am not sure what to say, because everyone is so different, and because it comes so naturally to me.
What's the definition or your definition of a natural meditator? Just so
Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
No, that's okay.
For me, a natural meditator, I don't. It doesn't take any effort for me to go into meditation. I have to sit in a particular position. I have to be in a spot, but I just close my eyes and almost always can go into that deep space inside and go. I go out a lot of times, meaning it's like I'm asleep, but I'm really not asleep. It's a deep meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's what's natural, in that I don't need much help at all, except if I'm very stressed that particular day, or something in my mind won't still itself. But typically, I just sit, focus, be still, and I'm in.
Well,
I don't know if that helps.
No, that's perfect. And for our listeners, what is the benefits of meditation, or in your experience?
Oh my goodness, manyfold. Number one, it helps you feel the still space inside. Our lives are so busy, and we are so much in our head, thinking, doing. And meditation, if it's done correctly, and there are many ways to do meditation. There's not just my way. There are many ways. But when I say correctly, that it allows you to get into that still space inside of you that resides, for me, it resides right around my heart chakra. That's for me where I really feel the still space, so that you can hear the heart, you can feel your heart and the longing of your heart in your soul. It helps with stress. You can calm down and get still, and it helps your mind still, so that you can stop and listen to what your heart is saying, or feel what your body is saying, or feel what's coming from your core, from deep within, and give you better clarity about a situation or about moving forward, or just to release the stress, if nothing else, to just relax and calm you. If that's all it does, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it helps me energetically. I am so telepathic when I'm in the meditative state, as long as I'm awake, obviously, that I see things that I wouldn't necessarily see unless I was in that meditative state.
Mm-hmm.
So
what I know there's some discussion about, with meditation, should there be music or should there not be music, or even, like, I know for myself, I meditate to even dance music because I find that can clear my head. What's
there you go.
What's your thought?
You said it exactly. Everybody has their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is right for somebody, that's what's right for you. Mine is something else. It would be something else for somebody else. Everybody has to find whatever works for them and trust it. I think the bottom line is trust that your heart knows, and you know inside of you what's right for you.
I agree with that. Also, too, for our listeners, I just want to go back to when you're speaking about animals and humans. What would you say is the difference when you're translating those two energies?
Ooh, good question. Animals, I have experienced them as being incredibly open. They love this energy. Typically, they will come, their spirit or their soul will come flying into the session, and their physical being will also be present. And they're so much easier to work with because they're not in their head, so to speak. They're just very open, and it's easier for them to go with the flow flow of the divine energy, etc., the divine knowing.
Mm-hmm.
People, we can be challenging because we've got our little head.
Right.
And our mind, and a lot of belief systems that can get in the way. And I think that as long as somebody is willing and open to hearing or going with however the divine goes, that's really, really helpful and will help them very much. But I think that's the biggest difference to me is the resistance that I can feel from people, including myself, versus with animals. There is typically no resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And they just are so completely open.
And for our listeners who may want to start meditating either with animals or on themselves or on others, what would you say to them to start?
Ask the universe to help them find their way. If they're not already meditating, to just ask the universe to help them find the path to the right form of meditation for them in particular, or just start exploring online or with people that are local and start reading. And again, trust your gut, trust your intuition to not only guide you, but then for you to find what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. And we want to talk a bit about your, because you host meditation events. Can you tell the listeners what that's about?
Yeah, a little over a year ago, I was meditating myself, and my spiritual team asked me if I would hold a worldwide meditation event where people could participate privately from around the world, and I set a date and time, and it was for the purpose of uplifting us individually and as a group and as a planet, to help the planet itself uplift and everybody on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, absolutely. So I started, there were 3 sessions that we had privately, and it was extraordinary because I felt beings really showing up. There were quite a number of beings that were showing up, and it was very, very powerful. And so after the 3rd event, my team said, okay, it's now time for you to do this live, meaning that people could attend via phone or on the internet or privately, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so I set that in motion, and I've been doing them ever since. And along the way, they started asking for me to hold them more and more frequently because this whole process, this ascension process on the planet is quite an arduous one, and everybody needs a lot of help navigating this particular journey home.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hold them typically a couple times a month. I have a monthly schedule, and they're free to attend, and you can sign up on my website, and also if you sign up on my website, again, it's free. You will get a free audio of a recent meditation so you can get an idea of what they're all about. But it evolved into the Divine Mother, as in AKA the Goddess or Mother Earth, Mother Mary. But the Divine Mother started leading them quite some time ago, and she has continued to this day. And we have beings from Middle Earth show up, pixies, fairies, centaurs, mermaids. We have Archangel Michael will show up from time to time. Spirit animals, the animal kingdom loves to do this, and I always invite them in. And we have beings from all over the universe, and it's because we go deep into the core of the planet to heal, and then all the way up and out beyond this universe to help heal. And the more I do this, the more I'm finding that people are attending throughout the entire universe. It's just extraordinary.
That's awesome.
So it is. It really has developed into something that I never in a million years dreamed it would.
What are the... Oh, sorry. What are the Middle Earth souls saying about humanity?
Basically that they're here to help us evolve, but also they need they're also on their own evolutionary journey too. And that's one of the beautiful aspects of this entire process is everybody needs everybody else's help, meaning the Divine Mother has said over and over and over again, she cannot do this. She needs our help as much as we need her help. And the beings from Middle Earth are saying the same thing. They need our help so that they can come up out of Middle Earth, but they're also here to help us energetically heal. And the same thing is that the animal kingdom has said exactly the same thing, that they are here to, it's a mutually beneficial relationship. They are here to help us heal, and we are here to help them heal. And for everyone, it's a mutually beneficial, co-creative, proactive process. And this gets stated virtually every event that I hold. So it's quite enlightening.
What is there anything that you want the listeners to know to either to help heal this world or to help them heal themselves with the meditations, like more than what you said?
Yeah. Well, again, always trust your intuition, but see if you can, if you're meditating and if you want, there's certain areas that you want to heal, see if you can see what color light comes in and be open to whatever you see. Maybe it's lavender, maybe it's orange, maybe it's green. See where it goes in your body, or ask it to go where it's needed to go in your body or in your etheric or astral body or whatever you're working on. The Divine Mother works a great deal with color, energy, and it's extremely powerful. So that's one way to help you. But I think trusting yourself, trusting your own ability, trusting that your heart and your soul know how to lead you, and really staying open and listening to that and to the divine, and continually asking for help whenever you need it. Don't hesitate. Another thing the Divine Mother says over and over and over again, that everybody is there right with us to help us. And all we have to do is ask. So I hope that answers your question.
That's perfect. No, that's beautiful. And I know we're coming up really quickly. I know that went fast. Is there anything, like, for the listeners, if you want to tell them about how they can get a hold of you, about your classes, your meditation, your readings, and just all that?
Sure. My website is www.helpme-rhonda.net. And Rhonda is spelled R-H-O-N-D-A. So it's helpme-rhonda.net. And on there, there's information under the meditation event tab about the worldwide meditation events. I also do private intuitive sessions for people and for animals. So there's information on my website about that. And right now I have one class going on called Spring Cleaning for the Soul. That actually is starting today. And so there's information on that. And another class that I'll probably be holding in the relatively near future is called Healing the Feminine. We just finished that a week ago, which was a 6-part series and was extremely powerful in healing a lot of past traumas for people. So that is my website, and my email address is rhonda@helpme-rhonda.net.
And you're on Twitter too, right?
Yes, I'm on Twitter and I'm on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I actually have 2 accounts, though. I have one for more traditional business, and then I have one for my intuitive business. But yes, I am on Twitter and I am on LinkedIn.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Rhonda. It was really nice having you on. Great information. I know that went fast.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I'm glad. No, you did wonderful. Okay, everyone, before we get into the scopes, just a couple of things. The first thing is, if you're looking for Tracy or myself, Tracy is on Twitter under Reiki with a Twist, or under Facebook under Reiki with a Twist. If you're looking for Eye of the East Coast, we're also on Facebook and Twitter. EGH Radio is eghradio.com, and EGH Radio at Twitter. Okay, so for the scopes for the week, starting with Aries. Okay, the first thing with Aries is they're making me feel this is a week to kind of take a hard look at yourself and what you need to do right now, because they're making me feel that there's some decisions coming your way. There is news of disappointment coming your way, but it's going to be a blessing in disguise. Taurus, they're making me feel this is a week of higher learning. They're showing a teacher coming into your world, and there's something here. Keep an eye on spiritual. The Guardians are translating it as spiritual teachings. Yeah, that's what they're saying, spiritual teachings. Geminis, they're focusing on breaking illusions. There's an energy here where you're going to realize a path is no longer serving you, and you're going to graduate into the next path. Cancer, they're focusing on a possible, or planning a possible trip, and they're saying this is going to be better than what you think. Leos, there's a focus on career. It's not quite, I don't want to say it's a job opportunity, but they're making me feel either a project opportunity or the next chapter for your career. Virgos, this is a time to balance. They're making me feel this is a time to balance budget and financial. Libra, this is all about romantic and positive energy coming your way. Scorpio, this is a week to write and get organized, because they're making me feel this is a time to set your energy and be very clear what you're looking for. Sagittarius, they're focusing on clearing energy. This would be a good time to look into feng shui or even a Reiki treatment. Capricorn, this energy might be a little bit, not in a negative way, but just a little bit intense, so you're just clearing out energy there. Aquarius, they're focusing on a friendship. They're saying it's a friendship from the past coming up, but the Guardians are translating that you're going to be a teacher to her. A lot of focus on being outdoors too, eh? Aquarius, they're focusing on writing and cutting and clearing the energy. And Pisces, they're focusing on really positive energy. They're focusing on just, this is a week to focus on laughter and focus on what you need to do. So thank you everyone for joining us on Eye of the East Coast, and we'll look forward to talking to you guys next week.